Welcome to One Big Boat. We're all in this together. A show focused on people and organizations whose work is making a true difference in people's lives. Today, we welcome aboard Jeremy Solomon of MassBay Community College. He's on board explaining how MassBay has become a launching pad for many looking to pursue their dreams of a college education. That's next on One Big Boat. We're all in this together.
Jeremy, thank you for joining us. So why don't we just start 50,000 foot level? Many people don't know what a community college is, or they have thoughts of it that are incorrect. What is a community college?
So a community college is one of these spokes in the higher education hub that many people, as you said, don't really know about. We take people that perhaps didn't overachieve in high school and bring them to college level work. We take people who weren't able to complete high school, had to go the GED route, and bring them to college level. We take students that are just out of high school from all over the eastern Massachusetts who this is their college experience. But in addition to that, we take people who might have graduated high school and they went into the workforce and now they're in a job where they're just not making ends meet, or they really never pursued their dream. And they come here to get the skills and the training that they need to take that next step in their career. So we have career changers. So it's really a dynamic organization. And I'm just talking about the for-credit side, because we also have a portfolio of non-credit classes where students come to pursue a hobby or pick up a skill. They want to learn how to do graphic arts on a computer as a hobby, or maybe as a skill that they can use in their professional life. They want to upskill. So we serve many different people for many different reasons. And most of all, we are the biggest value in higher education. And, you know, as a father of three young people who are approaching college age, one of whom is in college now, it's hard to find value. We can see across the board the cost of higher education, what it's done to families and their budgets. And it's put college out of reach for many people until they look at community colleges like ours.
Yeah, it is crazy when we think about it, right? So you are going to be judged from everything you've done from like 13 to 17. And then you're going to apply to the school that you're going to have to take out probably one of the biggest loans you ever have to take out, next to maybe a home loan after that. And you're doing this all at the age of 18. And then we're surprised when people fail. Right. At it.
Right. Yeah, and it is no surprise. I mean, the stakes have changed now, I think, because it costs so much. I think you might see people the students in four-year campuses maybe a little bit focused than those in the past who are just trying to find themselves and enjoying the fraternity parties and things like that. I
think they're still trying to find the fraternity parties, by the way. And sorority parties, I think.
You're right.
Yes.
Are you still in college? It's been a while. But, you know, the point is this. It's become such an enormous investment that people across the country are rightly questioning, is it worth it? You know, is college worth it? And that's been a dialogue across the country for many years now. And my philosophy in that is, well, okay, let's see who's asking those questions. Most of them have a college degree. And I think what you find in the workforce is you need that college education to get your foot in the door. Not just the education and the skills, but just to qualify for jobs that give you a sustainable wage in today's environment, which is becoming more and more expensive, as you know.
Yeah, so are things like, and we need to talk a lot about your school, but are things like AI, which AI is now in HR. It will look at somebody's resume and then spit it out. So if you could be amazing, but you don't have the college degree.
That's right. That's right.
And I mean, it's like life is for education, college is for certification.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's something to that. What we do at the community college is very practical. We prepare you for a job. That's what we do. Or we prepare you with credits that are inexpensive and today free for many Massachusetts residents, and those transfer to the four-year institution that you want to go to. And so you've paid literally half the amount for a college education as your roommate does with the same degree, same credentials. So there's a kind of a twofold advantage of going to community college. One is if you have a position that you've identified as something you'd like to pursue, we give you the skills, we prepare you for the certification exam, so you're literally ready for this job, and then you go out and you get the job. Or you come here for 1 year, 2 years, you get the general education credits done, and some of the major that you know you're going to be the credits you're going to need for your major, and then we help you transfer to the 4-year institution that you're looking at. So you've saved money. Most of our students work while they come here. We offer classes at night, online, on the weekends. We work around your schedule, so you're able to spend 1 or 2 years getting those college credits to prepare you both, financially, but also I think mentally. When you go to college, you're ready. You know what you're there for. You know what you're trying to achieve. And, perhaps you're a little bit more grounded than those that are there for 4 years.
And that's probably as important as the financial savings, because you can go from a very structured home environment going to high school when you're in high school, and then all of a sudden you're free. And those parties that we talked about sometimes take up a little more time than they should.
Right.
So you all of a sudden get that structure
Right.
that you wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disparage the 4-year experience. I understand it. I get it. It's valuable to be on your own and learn how to, balance a checkbook or, figure out your transportation or whatever it is that we all need to evolve. And not to mention meeting other people and coexisting and learning how to deal with roommates and conflicts and things like that. I totally get it. But the choice to come to a community college is not a choice between coming here or going to a 4-year bachelor's degree. It's the first step towards achieving your bachelor's degree in a way that's practical. It makes sense. For those that perhaps didn't overachieve in high school, we offer free academic support services. We've seen people who have been incarcerated come here for their second chance. We've seen students that are homeless. We've seen people that have endured domestic violence. And they come here and they turn their lives around and they get a chance. They get a chance at life. They get a chance at, getting the skills that enable them to get the job that prepares them for raising a family in the Northeast in this very expensive part of the world. So we do a lot for our students. We've seen remarkable success stories. And, these are the bootstraps. These are the people that are picking up the pieces of their lives and making a difference for themselves and their families, coming out of despair and into sustainable careers.
Yeah. I've lived up the road in Natick, next town next door, 21 years. And this is the first time I've ever been on campus.
Welcome.
It's a nice campus.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
And you're saying all that stuff, the homeless, you're saying all that, and they're amazing stories. But do some people look at that and say, well, I don't belong there or something? What's the stigma? And how does that happen at MassBay? Are you getting the teacher? Are you getting the professors that you need? And that's kind of all breaking down the stigma, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think, frankly, in the past, the community college was the school of last resort, right? But it's because of the costs of 4-year institutions, people are starting to embrace the value of coming here, right? $80,000 a year is expensive no matter what your income is. It's a huge expense, and that's just 1 year, right? So 4 years of paying for college is a burden financially for people in Natick, people in Wellesley, and of course people in other communities that are not so affluent, right? So we've turned it into an opportunity for all people. It's not just the method of last resort. And you mentioned our faculty. Not every public high school provides the same level of quality. Okay, let's put it that way. People fall through the cracks, right? And what happens when they come to a community college, the MassBay, the first thing they do is they have to test. What's their English proficiency? What's their math proficiency? And if they're not at college level, we have the mitigation so that they rise to the college level. And by the time they leave, they're college students, legitimately. So we're kind of also making up for the shortcomings of the public school system, K through 12. And helping people that might not have achieved, might have fallen through the cracks, might not have received that support that they really needed at their high school, and we give it to them here so that they're ready.
Yeah. Stories. People like you've been here, as you said, this is your second tour of duty here.
Right.
You know, and, how did it change from the first time you were here till now?
Yeah, there are remarkable stories at every community college in America. Like these are some of them are heartbreaking. Some of them are truly inspiring. Some of them are just shocking. Like we have students that are raising 5 kids, have 3 jobs, and are taking 5 classes. Like you think you're busy. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. But they're so driven. They're so focused. They want to succeed. They have the support of their kids, you know, and just making it work because they know that this is their chance. This is their chance. So that's been steady. You can't bump into somebody in a cafeteria downstairs without running into a really remarkable person. But I think what's changing is, you know, the people in the more affluent communities are starting to take a look and say, well, wait a minute. Did I just hear community college is free? Like, why am I paying $70,000, $80,000 for a private 4-year institution when literally the same education can be found here? We have professors that teach English 101 at MassBay, and then they also teach English 101 at Northeastern or BU. And you know what? It's the same curriculum. It's the same curriculum. So it's becoming more of a value discussion at the kitchen table than not even considered. Like, you know, we would never send our kids to the community college.
Like I was doing some research and I saw, obviously you're here in Wellesley, Ashland, and Framingham. Ashland, I believe, has the automotive. And I think that, first off, I was like, wow, they have automotive?
Yeah, right.
And then I was thinking, well, these things are computers that we're driving these days.
Right.
And finding certified mechanics who know what they're doing is the bane of every garage owner's I know in New England that I've talked to.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's not like you're coming out of there making $15 an hour.
No. And they are ready. They are well equipped. They know what they're doing, and they're in need. I mean, there's a huge shortage of auto mechanics in Massachusetts. I want to say there's close to 200,000 jobs available for that role. And I'm going to tell you, our automotive technology program, you're not looking at, 1980 Chevys. Like, no. These are brand new hybrid BMWs that our students are being trained on. We have dealerships that we're partner with because they see it the same way that you see it. Like, where the people come from? Where's the pipeline? And we provide it here. And I'm glad you mentioned automotive technology because the free community college program applies to them too. It's hard to find an automotive technology program, period. It's hard to find one. And it's especially hard to find one that's affordable. But now we're talking about free fees and tuition. So you can come, pursue a passion, understand these complex vehicles, right? And you're virtually guaranteed a job because we train you right. We don't let you fall through the cracks, and it's the equipment too. It's not just the experienced instructors that have been doing this for years and years and understand the market and understand what skills the dealers are looking for, but it's also the state-of-the-art equipment that we have here.
Coming up,
one of the key audiences that they were after was the 700,000 Massachusetts residents that have some college credits but never completed their degree.
learn how the state of Massachusetts is offering a lifeline to those who still want to attain a college degree.
You keep saying free, and every time I hear free, I think price is part of your brand. So if somebody said, hey, yeah, you're going to be, here's a $20,000 Mercedes, you'd be like, that's not a Mercedes.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
how are you getting over this? How
Yeah.
are you getting over this stigma of like, look, this is free,
Right.
but it's not just something we're throwing away,
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
That kind of-
No, I totally get it. I totally get it. We used to say we're the most affordable college option in Metro West. That's what we used to say. And now we say we're the only free option for college in Massachusetts.
You're the best value in Massachusetts.
That's right. And
Yeah.
that's what we said. That's what we still say. You're right. There's a danger of, giving away a quality product for free, diluting its value. Like, I totally get that. But we haven't changed what we do here. Even the most affordable school can be out of reach for thousands of people in the Commonwealth. We know that. Because not only do they have to pay tuition and fees, they have to take time off of work. It's the opportunity cost of not working, right? It's the transportation costs. It's the childcare costs. All of these things lead to people just being, for college, being out of reach for so many people. So unburdening people of the cost of fees and tuition has turned on a light for people. It's like, okay, that actually could work, all right? And it takes the stress out of our students worrying about, geez, this semester was great. I can't afford next semester. How am I going to do this? Where's the next, tuition bill? How am I going to pay that one, right? And so it's hard for them to do what they're supposed to be doing, which is concentrating on their studies, getting the skills, learning what they're supposed to learn, being a student, right? So I think when you talk about free community college, it's the opportunity. It's the opportunity. It's not going to solve every problem for every student. This isn't free life. It's just free college. And there will be people that can't overcome it. We've often said our students are a flat tire away from having to drop out. And that's true. But it does offer the window for people to pursue an education that they never thought would be within their grasp. And I know when they started the program, one of the key audiences that they were after was the 700,000 Massachusetts residents that have some college credits but never completed their degree. 700,000 people out there tried it and couldn't complete for a whole host of reasons.
And they're still on the hook for the money.
And that's largely why they can't complete, right? So this is targeted to you, to those people. You can't increase your wages. You can't show a potential employer a credential that you have unless you complete college. And that's what this program really does for people.
Yeah, I think my thought process about this place turned when our business partner, his nephew graduated from Needham High, he had a plan, came here for 2 years, went to UMass.
Beautiful. It's perfect.
And I was like, this place is a launching pad.
Yeah, that's right. And you mentioned UMass. There's a program called Mass Transfer. So any student that completes 2 years at MassBay automatically is accepted at UMass. UMass Amherst, UMass Boston, any of the UMass system. It's the most logical and affordable and accessible way to go to a place like University of Massachusetts.
Yeah. What's the main thing you want people to know?
So thank you for asking that. I want people to know, first of all, that we're here. We're located in Wellesley. We're located in Framingham. We have a health science building that was just constructed. We just opened it in January of 2024. State-of-the-art equipment. We're not a rinky-dink operation here. We have the professors that understand the support services that our students need. We have free mental health counseling. We have clubs and activities for people who want to come and have fun.
Go Buccaneers.
Go Bucks,
Yeah.
exactly. We have sports. But we also have an eye on what you have your eye on, which is your career. You come out of here with Career Services help with a plan, with a pathway forward. Whether you have disabilities, whether you've had, endured hardships in your life or not, whether you're just saving a few bucks on your 4-year plan. This place works for all of you. And if you ever wanted to meet people from a diverse background, come over here. Like, you should see it. Like, these different ages, different ethnicities, different perspectives, and different life experiences all combine to make this a really special place.
And they go to massbay.edu.
massbay.edu. If you're interested in the free program, massbay.edu/free. It's got all the information you have. If I can take a minute and explain a little bit about that program and how you can qualify. It's really most Massachusetts residents will qualify. Anybody who doesn't have a bachelor's degree largely is eligible. Used to be there was an age requirement, not anymore. So anybody who has a high school diploma or equivalent is eligible. When you come, you have to fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, FAFSA. Once you fill that out, you don't have to apply for the free college programs. You're automatically considered for it, and you enroll in 6 credits. That is about two classes, usually 2 classes. And if you overcome those obstacles and you've registered for 2 classes, you don't already have a bachelor's degree, it's very likely that you'll be eligible for free community college. And when I say free, I mean it. This isn't just tuition. This is tuition. This is fees. There's an allowance for books and supplies as well, depending on your income. So there's no tricks. There's no hidden. There's no bait and switch.
Yeah.
It's free, and it's a real opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
One Big Boat is a production of Last Minute Productions Incorporated. This episode was produced by Jay Dobeck. Ethan Gallo was the sound engineer. Jim Johnston and Scott Wyman provided production support and editing. And Joanne Pilata was the production coordinator.